it is so great to have you back.
Hey.
How does it feel, Jay? It's a few weeks since you made the announcement. So much has happened between now and then. How is it feeling to have the five of you back again?
It's so much fun, and like it feels really bonkers to have 7 years where you just go into whatever your new life is, and then boom, suddenly we're back. We've got like a very similar team around us, and just I don't know, it just feels like
we've never been away.
Yeah, exactly. Blast from the past.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Tom, tell me about how this all happened, because you guys were thinking about doing this in 2020 and then things happened and then you went, do you know what, we're going to do it again and we're going to do it for a fundraiser, a stand up to cancer.
Yeah,
tell me when you picked up that phone.
We never really got it over the line the first time, did we? We tried last year. Was it last year?
Early 2020.
Yeah, I think it was like early 2020. We discussed it. But we were just all not quite there with it. And then obviously my situation happened with the glioblastoma and the cancer. And then I asked the boys then, would they like to get involved in the Stand Up to Cancer show? So yeah, that kind of brought it back together again, which was lovely.
You mentioned your situation there, Tom. We're not going to dwell on it too much, but I just want to say, because we have some great news. Tell us about the great news that you received.
Yeah, so we finally got to a point where the tumour is now stable. So, which is, you know,
Yeah.
You know, a year down the line, which is, you know, it's pretty unheard of for this disease. It's such a fast-moving disease. So the fact that we've got it under control, you know, is really, really good. So yeah, no, just advocating for more treatments and more support.
It's fantastic news. And Max, when you get that phone call from Tom saying, you know, are we going to do this? You say yes. You walk into the room for the first time in 7 years, the five of you as the wanted. What does that feel like? And what's the first thing you guys do when you're all back together again?
I mean, I've got butterflies just thinking about that moment.
I mean, I think I just tried to snog everyone. I was just so happy to see everyone back together. It was just, it is literally like family. It's like family that you haven't seen in ages, and yeah, and it's just like an ongoing party. What was that, Martin?
Martin's just letting wind off in the background.
Yeah. But yeah, it's been amazing. It's incredible, and loving every second of it, and just can't wait to go back on tour and just enjoy those moments with those. What I was saying the other day, like it's almost like a drug being on. That feeling of before you go on and you hear the crowd screaming, that feeling, the adrenaline, it's addictive, and I've missed that. So the fact that we get to do that again as a group is amazing.
Well, Max, I loved your Instagram post after the Royal Albert Hall. You just put, I felt like I was home. Is that what stage is like for you guys? Home with your brothers by your side?
Yeah,
absolutely.
It feels like a playground. I think that once you're on stage, like no fear, just enjoying it. And also this time around, not taking it for granted. You know, really the audience looking at each other, like sharing a little private joke, whatever, like, man, it just feels so much less angst for me, at least.
Yeah, less pressure.
Siva, I was watching the show and I felt like my ears were being blown away by the audience. Like I have never heard an audience like that. And I live in Ireland where, you know, the audience go off at a concert. What was that like being in that crowd? What was the atmosphere like in that hall?
I mean, that gig in the Royal Albert Hall was probably one of my, I think I speak for all of us when I say it's probably our favorite gigs of all time.
It was incredible.
Obviously, with the crowd being incredible, but the meaning behind it was so different too. We're doing it for our brother, Tom. So like supporting him and raising awareness for such a great cause. You could feel it in the audience. Like you could feel like everyone was there to raise awareness and to support such an incredible cause. So I just felt so proud of Tom during the gig.
And
incredible.
And Nathan, what was it like when you came off stage? What did you guys do when you were out of camera shot?
That's a very good question, actually. And I know that Tom wrapped up his documentary filming that night, and he was obviously
I was over the moon about it, to say the least. It was a very stressful 10 months of filming.
Was it 10 months?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a long
That was
process.
3.
No, it's a long process. It's from the start of my cancer journey to the end. Well, not the end, but you know what I mean. So yeah, it's a long journey. So I was happy to see the back of them, to be honest.
It was an amazing documentary when it was all kind of put
We
together.
got a nice piece at the end of it.
Yeah.
It was wonderful.
Yeah.
So you were glad that aspect was done. But Nathan, what was it like for you coming off that stage? What did you guys say to each other when you came off that stage?
Where's the bar? First question. But I think afterwards it was that excitement towards the tour next year as well, and kind of playing like the new songs as well as the old songs.
Right, we just want to get back on stage.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it was that excitement. I think if you can bottle that energy that we experienced that night, we'd make a lot of money.
Well, I have a bone to pick with you guys, and Siva, I'm going to direct it your way because you are the Irish member. You have announced a tour. Everyone's very excited about this tour, and I got online. I'm just like, it must be an oversight. There's no Dublin. No. Let me check again. It must be my laptop. There's no Dublin on this tour. What's going on?
Wait, is it because of
Sorry,
COVID?
you're-
Something to do with Brexit.
Yeah,
Are you sure it's to do with
the connection's
Wasn't it Steve's decision not to do that?
Oh,
Yeah.
it was.
He said, I hate Ireland now.
No,
He didn't.
honestly.
He just said, "Don't worry, they'll come over here."
Oh, okay. Only
No,
7
honestly.
quid on Ryanair.
I'm still pushing for that to happen.
Yeah, because we love
No, honestly,
Irish audiences. It's so
incredible.
good.
and I think logistically it's being very troubling. It's troublesome right now, but hopefully we can work it out. But if not, book your tickets now if you want to come to the UK and see it, just in case.
England might be a shambles, but the tour will be very good. So.
Well, let's talk about some Irish moments. When you have been here in Ireland, you have played before. What have been some of your favourite standout memories? Let's start with you, Jay.
I mean, I really love that we did a ghost tour, which was brilliant. And a ghost tour on a bus.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But that's probably trivial versus gigs, but that sort of stuff sticks in my head.
Were you in Ghost?
Mine was we did Dublin and woke up the next morning, hadn't really been to bed actually, and couldn't find my passport, so I couldn't fly home. And we had a gig to do in Blackpool that night, so I got in a car with a fan, and they drove me from Dublin to Belfast, who allowed me to fly without my passport. And during which Jay was being wheeled through the airport in a wheelchair because he was still drunk, and they found my passport when he landed in England in his pocket.
No way.
Yeah, I safely carried it, absolutely rat-arsed over to the UK. Sorry about that.
Are you still in contact with that fan, Max?
No,
But you appreciate them.
give her petrol money.
And talking about fans, Tom, what has it been like to see their reaction? Because, I mean, you released Rule the World not even a month ago, and on YouTube, almost 2 million views.
Yeah, the response has been pretty incredible, actually. I think the first time around, we took it a bit for granted. I think, the first time around, we were all very focused on chart positions and numbers. But I mean, even though that is lovely, 2 million people have tuned in to watch. But for us this time, we're just here to enjoy it and just experience the moment a bit more.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? We got carried away with the numbers and statistics a bit last time.
Yeah.
Just happy to be present, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Siva, what didn't you know you missed about being in the band until you were back together again? You went, oh my God, I've really missed this.
I think it was the banter, to be honest. Like, we literally laugh every day we work together. And when I look back too, I always remember those memories, those moments of us being on tour or being on meet and greets with the fans. And those stick for me personally.
Yeah.
Nathan, you've all spoken about, this time you're going to be more present and it's different this time around. But what's one thing that you hope you will not have to do again, that you just didn't like doing last time?
I think it is. There is kind of like a running joke between us and the fans at the moment, because we are not the biggest fan of Walks Like Rihanna.
They love it, don't they?
They love it. They find it absolutely hysterical that we don't like it. It's we didn't write it. Just to put that out there.
Not one of yours.
We didn't make the decision to make it a single either. But some things are taken out of your hands in this industry. It's just one of them things. But that's. I mean, look,
my kid loves it because they love the boom boom. That's all I hear every morning. She comes in, 2 years old. She goes, "Daddy, boom boom."
Oh.
I was like, "Oh, I hate that one. Yes, I'll put it on for you." I'll make it again.
Just asking for Basil Brush, not.
Yeah, boom boom.
So did it has to go without saying then, Walk Like Rihanna has to be the opening track on the most wanted, yeah? Greatest hits.
I think a lot of our more sadistic fans are going to really enjoy watching us sing it.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, here
There's
we go.
going to be so many signs for Walks Like Rihanna.
I did say that the only good thing for me about that song is that I was just about to have vocal surgery at the time, so I only sing one line on the whole song. So it's swings and roundabouts.
You timed that perfectly, yeah, Nathan?
Absolutely, yeah.
Now, the album is out now. You got to record some new music. Jay, what was that like going back into studio, just the five of you?
It was, it was different because me and Seba were in LA, so we weren't all together at first. We have been since. But oh yeah, me and you, Seba, we both lived there. But you know what was really awesome? Hearing the track, because it was originally just Max's vocal on there, and we all added ourselves. Hearing all our voices together and where each of our strengths are and how we come together. I felt really emotional about it. I really loved hearing, oh man, we really are back together, and like this is a new song, a new sound. It was great. It was it was just like, oh, when you're first, sorry, I'm rambling. When you're first in the group, you're always wondering, okay, are we going to get another number one? Who are we? Are we cool? What do we wear? And whatever else. We are what we are, Our voices come together. We like our live concerts, and that's it. Like, it just felt easy. I loved it.
And I think, no, I think that's why we love having you back, because you are who you are, and you can feel like that joy is palpable and that passion is palpable. I absolutely love it. Siva, you put up on your Instagram, we can't wait to celebrate this album and make new memories with you all on tour. There's more great things to come. What's to come?
I mean, we can't give too much away, but we have been in talks with a tour of doing it and similar to our first tour, Behind Bars tour. It's gonna be a really great theme. There's gonna be a few little surprises on tour, so make sure you guys go and buy tickets now before they're all gone.
Well, we're just waiting for the Dublin part. Can I just mention that again?
We agree.
We're pushing hard.
We do agree.
Good. Well, listen, I hope we get to see you in Dublin, but in the meantime, we can enjoy your album, Most Wanted, The Greatest Hits. Lads, so great to see you all in the same room. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat.
Thank you.
Pleasure. Thank you.